Allora, ragazzi, nella scorsa puntata siamo arrivati al dominio cristallino. È successo di tutto, penso che sia l'episodio più bello che io abbia visto finora in questo titolo. Hanno veramente cacciato tanta roba. Tipo, già a partire che hanno... Cioè, Clive e Joshua si sono incontrati finalmente. E intanto abbiamo sconfitto Bahamut, quindi proprio Dion, ciao, che abbiamo sfidato, non sfidarci più proprio. Poi l'incontro con Clive e Joshua, tipo mille pianti, perché cazzo, cioè Clive alla fine è tutto iniziato col discorso che Joshua è morto, che è tutto un casino, adesso lo rincontra dopo veramente tanti di quegli anni che, cioè proprio lì, veramente fantastico. E poi soprattutto, ragazzi, Dion ha ucciso il bambino che hanno creato nel Sacro Impero lì, no? Insomma, quindi il figlio, terzo figlio di Annabelle, mi pare. E Annabelle o Annabelle, Annabelle penso si dice. E tra l'altro lei anche si è uccisa da sola, quando ha scoperto che tipo Joshua era vivo, cioè proprio... Sì. Una cosa pazzesca, cioè veramente abbiamo visto un sacco di quelle cose in un'ora che tipo a bocca aperta. Infatti adesso voglio scoprire come va avanti la storia, perché nella parte finale dell'ultimo episodio c'era Ultima che era con il governatore di Dominanti. Quindi, insomma, vediamo cosa sta succedendo, cosa sta architettando Ultima effettivamente. Bacio!
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Oh cielo. Effettivamente anche c'è Dion con noi, quindi. La situazione precipita. Oh cielo! Il potere della luce. Clive ha rivendicato una parte dell'essenza dell'icon Bahamut. Sintonizzarsi con Bahamut non solo cambia l'aspetto elementare degli incantesimi di Clive, ma anche permette di accedere a diverse nuove abilità degli icon come Impulso, che genera varie sfere di luce e che seguono un bersaglio e infliggono danni continui. Vuoi vedere? Ma dai, ma che spettacolo! Comunque ragazzi, mi sa che ne mancano altri, nel senso, dobbiamo riconquistarne altri due, cioè quindi abbiamo anche altri due poteri che non sappiamo ancora quali sono. 8.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, as long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and the skies are a roiling. He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid send an owl their way the moment the winds turn foul.
Do you have any...
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those most could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have there.
Allora andiamo a parlare con loro che forse ci dicono qualcosa di più. Vediamo un po'. Vediamo Vivian cosa ha da dirci.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be...
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us.
You believe there's...
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it.
Vediamo se ci dice qualcosa a livello di storia.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing. But pitchforks and palisades will do little should the King of Waloed deign to invade. There would be none to stop him.
Il re di Waloed. Vabbè, vediamo. Allora, ci dicono di andare per di qua adesso.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament,
Ma
visiting
questo...
darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more,
Moss il
but alas,
cronista.
I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom.
Che bello sta roba del collegamento storico.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he
Parla
hears
con
what the others
Otto.
have to say.
Ritorniamo da Otto.
Clive, we have a problem.
Oddio.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually,
3 problemi?
we had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who
Ovvero
can.
noi due.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Aiuto il rifugio di Marta con il suo problema. Piana Nord e Dalimil. Allora, andiamo a fare queste cose importanti. Madonna. Mi sa che quella tempesta si scatenerà molto presto.
Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, there's...
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never ought. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest.
Portale dei
Let the
caduti.
men know you've come to help. Something...
We're on our way.
Ok, questa dobbiamo farla. Via. Ecco, creiamo cose e giustamente veniamo puniti di conseguenza. Allora, vediamo. Non c'è modo vero che io possa teletrasportarmi, no. Va bene, andiamo e vediamo effettivamente. Ok, adesso ho aumentato la velocità. Ok. Peperini. Sono messi male.
Clive, wounded.
Oddio mio.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Via. Scende abbastanza. Vediamo se ho qualche tecnica attiva. Mi metto... Oh, bravissima. Allora, facciamo così. Dovrei beccare bene. Eh sì. Vabbè, perché quando sai che tecniche usare sei a posto. Ottimo. Infatti quello di Kupka è buono se ho davanti tanti nemici e attivo tipo la tecnica speciale, no? Questo becca chiunque ho nei dintorni.
These men don't have the look of hides.
If you've...
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Guardiani della
We're with the
fiamma.
Wadesmen. Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will
Oddio.
see your...
Devo andarlo a cercare adesso. Speriamo che anche lui non abbia subito delle ferite o robe varie. Mi auguro.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making...
Martha! Trouble!
Ancora.
The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got a pack of Akashic snapping, and they got wounded with them. They're
Damn it all.
Madonna, non ci lasciano in
We'll
pace.
worry about them.
You look after everyone here. If any...
I will.
Buono, andiamo. Dove sono? Oddio, sono verso il campanile?
Mad dogs.
Secondo me sì. Allora, lì che omicidi hanno fatto sul discorso dei portatori. Ok, destinazione. Cielo. Ecco Wade.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade,
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
We thought we could sneak by them. But...
Behind you!
Porca vacca, madonna, ma qua stiamo aumentando la
We need to
difficoltà.
get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
we can certainly try.
Oh cielo.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Bene. Madonna, avete visto? Oh cielo. Bella schivata. Oh, finalmente. Questi li ha presi molto bene.
You're finished.
Eh sì, perché l'ho presa da davanti, no? Cielo. Adesso anche contro le tartarughe.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't
Quella
think
era
so.
la tartaruga che ho investito.
And yet
Che è
again, you
rivendicata.
pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured with...
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mamma mia. Madonna, orchi.
They're headed for the rest.
Allora, adesso
Have to slow them
facciamo
down.
una
Martha and
cavolo
the
di
others
super
won't
mossa,
let
no. Forse adesso ce l'ho pronta. Vediamo quanti li becco. Non li ho finiti tutti per bene. Beccati tutti? Altri nemici in avvicinamento. No. Anche i chocobo ora ci si mettono. No. Chocobo, io non volevo affrontarvi, ma non mi date altra scelta. I chocobo sono così carini. Non ho altre tecniche attive? Potevo prendere anche l'altro che ero vicina, vedi? No, questi sono rompipalle.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
No, caspita.
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Oh.
Soil and stone!
Ci stanno preparando per il fight? Quello serio?
Enough!
Mamma mia. Pazzesco, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Pazzesco. Pazzesco. Bene. Aumento di livello. Oh, ottimo.
Do you see any more?
No.
Oh,
But it won't be
finalmente.
long
Then we make for Martha's while we...
Vediamo se Marta ci dà l'ok per aver terminato la missione qui. Almeno, spero.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less, and
It was a hard-fought victory. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is...
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to go.
well, when you put it like...
Quindi si trasferiscono tutti al rifugio. Missione completata. 1 su 3 fatta. Le fiamme della guerra. Spada dei guardiani.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh,
Oscar, over here.
Oscar. Lady Oscar.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to... Yes, Sir Wade.
Cosa vuole chiedermi?
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take
Oh,
me as
come
your
suo
squire?
scudiero.
I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his...
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but you have accomplished, and I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians...
Che
I mean to say
carino.
that, it's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Dai, Clive, digli sì.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Che carino. Bene, abbiamo fatto la cosa del rifugio di Marta. Adesso andiamo alla piana nord e vediamo cosa effettivamente sta succedendo lì. Cioè il cielo è rosa.
My lord, milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but they've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimate, and what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh.
Then we'll look for her there.
Speriamo che stia bene. Mi preoccupa. Spero bene. Andiamo a salvare la signora. Proprio il cielo è rosa, incredibile. Non ho mai visto una cosa del genere.
We could leave. The two saw
soldiers were carrying.
Non avevano più le gambe. Oh mio Dio. Poi mi sa che vedremo delle belle crudeltà.
Please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town. But more than that, they are your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this.
Bevendo. Che vanno in battaglia ubriachi. Vabbè.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared
Che sta succedendo? Momento hot che Jill è gelosa.
It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing?
Allora, parliamo con questa rifugiata. Caspita, è ferita.
Did you see the creatures that attacked? Creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when...
It's all right.
Ok.
It's all right.
My family.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so the back of them glowing.
Leave that to us.
Caspita, speriamo
At
che
least we
stia
have an
bene.
idea of where the thralls might be now.
Oh,
We should
tanto
head
in là. Fammi vedere se c'è un modo per essere più veloci. Ether.
Clive,
Oh,
look.
cielo.
I see them. With me.
Damn. Li ho picchiati male. C'è quello odioso, no, vi prego, mandatelo via. È quello odioso. Non lo voglio affrontare. È un dito nel sedere quello. Il Licht servitore è fortissimo, cioè proprio... Oh, l'ho fatto vacillare. Ma per fortuna, finalmente. Benissimo. Per fortuna che non è durata di più, perché questo è proprio bastardo, proprio. Il Lich servitore è una roba incredibile.
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Beh, già il fatto che li abbiamo aiutati un po'.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be...
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their...
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't
È più
help.
comandante lei che gli altri, praticamente, vabbè.
It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never
Cara.
needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones
Oh,
standing
che
before me.
carino!
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post.
Che carino.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Bene, abbiamo aiutato anche lei, per fortuna. Perché lottiamo? Bene. Adesso andiamo ad aiutare Dalimil. Parliamo con lui.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Sicuramente, ma sicuramente.
You haven't been introduced.
Basta che non si innamori di lei,
Jill.
se no sono gelosa.
Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is...
What did you say to me? What
Oh.
did you say?
Ah, as if by magic.
Madonna, c'è un morto lì.
We've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be... I've tried.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to her?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you...
Dai, ti accettiamo la missione se fai il bravo.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Ok. Jill, se ti levi dal cazzo, forse passo. Ok. Ok. Vediamo che sta accadendo qua. Un'altra rissa. Non è mio zio. Una donna.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. It's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Si guardano malissimo, tipo.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Azza. Victor, cosa ci dici?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I was here to do just that, when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
anche brutto risolvere le dispute degli altri. Ma ci tocca perché sennò... Abbiamo creato già abbastanza casini, a quanto pare. Quindi...
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What both sides wish to protect.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Il Sid fuori legge, caspita. Veramente, oh. Forse il mio
He'd
omon.
let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. It may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town.
Ah, quindi perché abbiamo facce nuove vuol dire che devi approfittare di noi.
Victor and I will do most of the
Bastardo.
talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Va bene, tanto è una questa che dobbiamo fare, quindi dipendentemente da ciò. Facciamo come dicono. Allora, andiamo a parlare con questo abitante qua.
Picture it, Conrad.
Donne, le donne, ovvio.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I...
Victor says you told him no, that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And you know of the 7 high houses? There must be 2 score swords. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of
Come far valorizzare una donna?
you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Va bene.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. There's a reason why I had you
Giusto per dire, guarda, è un po' stupido, ma è vabbè.
By some... Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of...
Underhill, non ci posso credere. Vabbè.
Lord Underhill.
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 I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than...
Pazzesco come ci stanno spazzando male queste
It is
persone.
only a matter of time before the peasant...
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of... And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense... Which means that now, more than ever, we will need... If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand you...
Cambiate idea.
If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Ha capito?
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not
Magistrale. Ma
workmanlike.
dai, Lord Underhill. Ma
I
vabbè.
didn't say it was good. Now my scout.
Vabbè. Ci ha spazzati un po' male lui, però vabbè dai.
Convinced our roles in this route
Ci sta,
are entirely
ci sta.
necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Poverino il bambino che ha paura. Vediamo Victor. Oh, buone notizie, bene. E già qua sono contenta.
Time no.
I take it your scouts found the band.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they marched for Dalimil, all of.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert.
Very well.
E quindi noi ci occupiamo di tutto.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes I concede are high. But if that is a lot of faith, then it will be. I thought you might say. We'll hold them
Quindi noi spingeremo un lato e loro un altro. Ok, ci può stare. Beh, almeno non fanno gli esseri inutili. Almeno poverini, se no. Andiamo a difendere la locanda. Ora sì che siamo pronti. Easy busy. Raduniamoli e voilà. Pacco. Pacco ragazzi. È tutto un pacco. Guarda che bravo Torgal. E lo attacco anche a distanza che intanto. Perfetto, gli ho rotto la barriera. Che c'era veramente un mago di merdina. Aspetta che vediamo un attimo. Io ho lui, ma non posso fare niente, quindi vabbè. Li raduno tutti, vediamo. Vediamo. Oh, bene. Volevo fare questo apposta. Vuoi beccarmi adesso proprio? Nel momento più clou delle clou? Guarda i danni che ti prendi. Mamma mia. Che danni, fra, che ti sei preso. Aspetta che mi si ricarica questa. Sei morto tu. Cazzo, questa fa male. Questa picchia proprio veramente male che. Oh, non ti lascia in vita. Cioè. Proprio no.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
We should hurry.
Speriamo bene, speriamo bene. Sembrano a posto. Stanno riconciliando, stanno facendo la pace.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
Dai, bene.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
Alla fine è andata bene.
Plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united. As for you, Sid, you fight.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Missione completata. Nice, pretty good.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
8.
Was wondering
Come
when
stanno
you'd
andando
turn
le
up.
cose?
Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your time. How is it you always manage to...
Luck, I suppose.
Sono fortunato. Oh,
let's
non
see.
credo.
The nations are still in chaos, and the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part. Now's not the time. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
È sveglio!
Says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Oh mio Dio. Dion sta ancora dormendo, però. Joshua.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him.
Poverino.
Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua.
Bella domanda questa.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you...
Lui può prendere anche più poteri.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
Che carino.
You should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Porca miseria.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Che bello!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
Bellissimo. Madonna, quanto mi emozionano loro due insieme. Che emozione. Recati agli Echi di Crozit. Sì. Però sarà nella prossima puntata. E in viaggio con noi ci sarà anche Joshua. Che bellissimo. Cioè, tipo tutti e tre riuniti. Meraviglioso. Qualcosa di sensazionale. E sicuramente vedremo anche il disastro che sta per, insomma, succedere in questo punto qui.